Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Kevin, and in today's video, I just want to discuss the fact that no matter what you're doing in life, the hardest part is getting started. Now, why do I say the hardest part is getting started? Because to be honest, once you find your groove, and once you find something that you're really passionate about, you're gonna keep going with it. The only thing is getting started. And I think being able to tell yourself that, hey, I'm gonna start whatever it is, I think that's very powerful, because this is the hardest stage of anything in life. You can kind of relate this to working out in a way, because before you work out, you're already pretty comfortable and you're like, you know what, I really don't want to start this workout right now, and I'd rather do anything else. Obviously not on your good days, but let's say you're having a pretty bad day, a pretty day, but once you do work out and after you finish that workout, you're gonna feel a lot better. You're gonna feel much more better, and you're gonna feel a lot more accomplished and proud of yourself because you got started on what you wanted to get started on. Now, how does one actually get started without giving up midway? Well, some people look at the super tall mountain that they have to climb, and all they focus on is the peak. Now, the problem with doing this is that all that does is show you how much and how long of a way you have to get up there from the very bottom. But if you focus on taking little baby steps, then in no time you'll be at the peak and you won't even realize that you made it there. It's kind of like the idea of time flying by. Because when you're young and having all this fun, you don't notice anything. But then one day you wake up and you're like 40 years old and you're like,
where the hell did all my life go?
Now, even if you actually do get started on what you wanted to start, the next step is being able to maintain whatever you started. Because anyone can say they want to do blank. And you know what? Maybe they actually maybe they actually do blank. But even if you get started on it, you have to maintain that. Because otherwise, it's pretty much just pointless. It's kind of like walking to your fridge to get some water to drink when you're dehydrated, and you never end up actually drinking it, so you die of dehydration. And obviously when it comes to life and whatever we're talking about, everyone has their own pace. Some people like to go faster, some people like to go slower, some people skip a few steps, and some take extra steps. It just depends on you. So those are things that you're gonna have to find out about yourself. Now let's say you've climbed this mountain halfway, okay? So you're at the halfway point and you feel like giving up. Now, how do you maintain the hunger and the motivation that you had in the beginning? Well, it's quite simple, actually. All you have to do is remember why you started. And I know that sounds cliche, but honestly, you have to go back to that place of basically hunger and when you really wanted to start and you had all this motivation. And obviously, in contrast with the start, your overall determination and motivation is going to slowly deplete, but that's normal. You just gotta keep pushing and just realize that motivation is temporary and what you need is discipline to get you where you want. Additionally, you have to remind yourself that you literally climbed half of this mountain, okay? Like imagine climbing half a mountain and then deciding, you know what?
No, I'm not doing this.
And you turn around and you walk all the way down that mountain.
You see how stupid that sounds?
What would be better to do instead is just focus on baby steps and slowly progress up this mountain as you keep going. And you know what? You might be very close to the top of this mountain and you might trip on a pebble and honestly just fall all the way down the mountain. Now you have a couple options here. You could just quit altogether and go home, or you can get right back up and pursue what you were going to do and climb this mountain like the boss that you are. Again, I always say this, but the only way you can fail at anything in life, at least in my opinion, is by quitting. You can fall 3,000 times, but if you get up 3,001 times, you haven't failed anything. Honestly, you can do your research and take any, I guess, famous or popular or well-known person in our world who has contributed and made a difference, and you can do research on him or her, and you'll see that, honestly, they've probably failed 1,000,000 times before they've reached success. Now, why am I saying this? It's to show you that they've fallen from this mountain that they've been trying to climb a million times. But even then, they kept going and they climbed that mountain in the end. So basically what I'm trying to say is just don't be a and don't give up. Alright, now let's say everything goes to plan and finally you reach the top of this mountain. Now what do? Well, again, you have a couple options here. You could either say, you know what, I'm just gonna take my reward and chill for the rest of my life, or you can move on and climb your next mountain. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd rather climb more mountains than not. You can basically take any NBA player or any sports player for that matter, any rapper, any singer. Obviously, they have millions, they have all this money, they have all these hit songs or all these amazing games that they've played, but they still stay in their league, whether it's singing or it's dancing or it's sports or, it's technology, whatever. They still stay in their league because they still want to get more achievements and they still want to be more well known. They don't want to settle for anything less than they think that they are capable of. And honestly, this is the best mindset to have. Because in reality, it's not really about what you have and what you do for yourself, but it's more about once you do get to the top of this mountain and you do reap your rewards, it's how you use these rewards and these experiences to contribute to our world and make a positive impact in our world that we live in for other people. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the 3 levels of at least the first mountain that you're gonna climb in your life. Because once you climb the first one, everything else after that pretty much gets a lot easier because you already have the experience of climbing that first mountain. Now, obviously, I know all of this is easier said than done, but again, practice makes perfect, and you can never practice if you don't start. Like I said, the hardest part is getting started and telling yourself that I'm gonna do blank. But once you do it, you're in the middle of the mountain and you're gonna have to keep pushing to get to the top. And even when you're at the top, your job isn't fully done. And you have to maintain the rewards that you've gotten and keep going as your life progresses. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. I just wanted to throw some motivation out to you guys, and maybe you guys aren't feeling the best. So I was hoping this video could make a difference in your day. And if this video made you smile in any way, shape, or form, consider subscribing. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, drop a dislike. Drop a comment down below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace!